What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's Cam Gwynn talking at you. That was the theme song to, if you guys recognized it, you guys are cool, and I like you. If you didn't recognize it, I still like you. But, that was the theme song to the show Bojack Horseman, and I'm just gonna kind of talk to you about Bojack Horseman, I guess. But no, there's a reason to it, and I'll reveal that at the end of the video. But Bojack Horseman is a show, a cartoon show. It's a Netflix original, and it is about Bojack Horseman, who is played by Will Arnett, and it is just kind of about a 90s sitcom star who is washed up at this point in his career. He's getting to a point where he's kind of having a midlife crisis type thing because he's at the middle of his age. He's a 50-year-old horse almost, and just his struggle going through his life and everything. And there's obviously other characters too. It's actually a comedy, and I'm making it sound super depressing, but it's like kind of a depressing show too, which makes it really interesting, really good. And there are obviously other characters like Todd, who is played by Aaron Paul, and Todd is just kind of a weird side character that has his own crazy adventures, and he just puts himself in weird scenarios that just make the show very interesting, I guess you could say. And he's definitely one of those characters that's like super lovable and really has no idea what's going on. And another character like that is Mr. Peanut Butter from the show Mr. Peanut Butter's House, which is another show that was from the 90s, which is also like Bojack. Bojack had the show Horsing Around, and it was about how he, a horse, adopts 3 orphan humans. Well, Bojack doesn't really like Mr. Peanut Butter all that much because Mr. Peanut Butter's House is about how he adopted 2 twins, and they are humans, interesting enough. But Mr. Peanut Butter is played by Paul F. Tompkins, and he is another one of those characters that's semi-clueless, doesn't really know what's going on. He's a dog. He's a golden retriever, and he acts like a dog. He gets excited at little things, and simple things are the most amazing thing ever, and he just loves everything and is always happy and just has such a glowing presence about him that just brings out the best in some other characters and the worst in Bojack sometimes. There's another character, Diane, who's played by Alison Brie. She is Mr. Peanut Butter's girlfriend and also becomes Bojack's ghostwriter for when he's writing a book to try to revitalize his career, even though it's not supposed to revitalize my career. My story just needs to be told, is what he says, but, whatever. And then Princess Carolyn, who is Bojack's assistant slash girlfriend slash a bunch of things. She's like the lifesaver of the show. She kind of just helps Bojack get through some stuff because, she's making money off of him making money. It's his agent, so makes sense, right? There's just so many different things that go into what this show is that make it great in my opinion. But one of the main things is just it gets kind of dark at points, and it really dives deep into the emotions of what Bojack is going through, and not quite like right straight out right in the episode, but there are little things that are like deep down. You see Bojack and how he acts towards certain situations that happen, and you can kind of see the depressed life that he feels he has, and it just opens up into a whole spectrum of what he is really going through, and you dig deep into his mind, which is what I really like about it. It's got amazing humor. It has the simple, funny pun jokes, a lot of animal jokes that are in the background and stuff like that I find really funny, and I like it. And there are smarter jokes that are kind of more intelligent, take some thought, I guess I would say, as opposed to a simple, like, dog joke, like Mr. Peanut Butter always says. And there are a lot of dark humor in it as well, which like I said in the Disenchantment podcast, I dig it. I love it. A lot of people might not like it, but It's there, and it's really good. But with all that humor wrapped around, it's also, like I said, has the emotional, psychological things that Bojack goes through, and it can make you think sometimes, honestly, about your own life with some of the situations that go on, even though we can't really relate to the celebrity lifestyle that he goes through. It does strike a key with some people. I would give this show positively 10 out of 10. And the whole reason I'm making this podcast right now, and I'm going to be throwing it up in a little bit, is the fact that season 5 comes out today, Friday, September 14th. Season 5 of Bojack Horseman. If you haven't watched it yet, well, you got a lot of episodes to be watching, and it's going to be worth your time. I promise you, you'll love it. Thank you guys for listening. It's Cameron Gwynn, and I'll just play you out with the theme song because, it's kind of a catchy theme song. If you like what you heard and you want to hear more, be sure to subscribe, and it'll let you know when I'm going to be putting out more podcasts and stuff like that. I'm going to have another podcast actually coming out later today, which is going to be just an NFL rant, and then I got another one. I'm going to do my first top 5 at 5, and hopefully you guys will like it. Thank you guys. Cam Gwynn. I'll talk to you later.